Okay, so let's jump into this.
Yep.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell
Okay.
gave a
Yeah.
speech in Dallas recently.
hmm
And, I think a lot of folks, especially in the crypto world, are kind of like,
Absolutely.
what does this mean for us?
Yeah, no, it was definitely noteworthy. I mean, I think the thing that really stood out to me was Powell's pretty clear message on interest rates.
Yeah.
Not going to be dropping anytime soon.
Yeah, he's basically saying
Yeah.
we're in no rush to lower these rates,
Right.
but, like, the economy is doing pretty well.
Right.
Why wouldn't they lower rates?
Well, that's exactly the reasoning he's giving for holding back.
Oh, okay.
They think the economy is strong enough right now to withstand the current rates, and they don't see an immediate need to cut them.
Okay.
He even used the terms careful and measured
Oh.
when talking about, moving forward.
I see. So for, like, the average person out there
Yeah.
who's like, oh, okay, I got a little Bitcoin.
Right.
What does this signal from Powell tell me?
Well, a lot of times when people are expecting interest rate cuts, that makes riskier assets more attractive, like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because it signals that maybe it's time to move away from those traditional low-yield investments
Yeah.
and put your money in something that could potentially grow more.
Gotcha. So if we're not expecting those cuts anymore,
Yeah.
is Bitcoin less appealing now?
Well, it could be for people who are thinking
Yeah.
short term,
Yeah.
But I think the big thing here is the Fed is really focused on keeping inflation under control.
Yeah.
And historically, when inflation is high,
Mm.
people turn to Bitcoin as a hedge.
Yeah, because it's like,
Right.
okay, things are,
It's like an umbrella
yeah,
when the economy is raining.
yeah, for sure. And like we saw this
Exactly.
back in 2018 with the hyperinflation in Venezuela.
Right.
Bitcoin trading just exploded.
Absolutely.
People were just trying to protect their savings.
Yes, that's what Powell is kind of,
Pushing back on?
saying, hey, that's not going to be the strategy right now.
Okay.
But the interesting thing is,
Yeah.
this strong economy that's keeping the Fed from cutting rates,
Yeah.
it's kind of a double-edged sword.
Okay, so it sounds good, but
Yeah.
what's the catch?
The catch is that because the economy is strong, the Fed feels less of a need to intervene.
I see.
So that means if things do start to slow down,
Mm-hmm.
they might not have as many tools to
Yeah.
use to fix it.
Gotcha.
It also, kind of raises the question, if the economy stays strong,
Yeah.
is Bitcoin still going to be that safe haven?
Well, but couldn't you also say that a strong economy means more people are investing in crypto?
That's a valid point.
People have more money.
Yeah,
They're feeling better about things.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll invest
Yeah.
in crypto more.
you're right. You have to consider the whole risk-off sentiment.
Yeah.
When the economy is strong,
Right.
people tend to be in the risk-on mindset.
Yeah.
So they're more likely to invest in things like stocks.
Right.
But then when the economy weakens, they move to risk-off,
Yeah.
looking for stability.
Yeah.
So the question is, where does Bitcoin fall in that whole spectrum?
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
I hadn't really thought about that before.
Yeah.
So the Fed is just like,
Yeah.
sit back and wait and see,
It's a wait-and-see approach for sure.
which just makes things
Yeah.
even harder to figure out.
Absolutely. I mean, it adds a whole layer of complexity.
Totally.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we're thinking about the long term,
Okay.
what does this all mean?
Exactly. I mean, what are the consequences of this decision, for the traditional markets and for crypto?
Yeah. It's like a ripple effect. You
Yeah.
throw one rock in the water
Yeah.
and it just,
The waves.
yeah, it keeps going.
Exactly.
So for our listener today, what's the biggest takeaway?
I think the big takeaway is that interest rates are probably going to stay where they are for a bit. And that's definitely going to affect how people think about investing in Bitcoin.
Okay.
The strong economy is good news in a lot of ways,
Mm.
but it also makes Bitcoin's role as a hedge a little more uncertain. Oh.
Lot to consider.
Yeah, a lot to consider.
We've just barely scratched the surface here, but
Absolutely.
hopefully this has given everyone something to think about.
Some food for thought.
Yeah. So keep learning, keep exploring,
Absolutely.
and we will see you in the next deep dive.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.